morning, friendly faces. Hope you're all keeping well. This week we're going to be making some appetizers that you can share with family and friends. We're going to be making a pesto puff pastry tree and some pizza bites. Here's the ingredients. Two packs of ready rolled puff pastry, a jar of pesto sauce and an egg. So let's get cooking. Place your first sheet of ready roll pastry onto a baking sheet coated with some baking parchment. Spread over 2 teaspoons of the pesto sauce using the back of the spoon to spread it out evenly. This recipe is really versatile, and although we've chosen to use pesto today, you could use any filling that you've got, sweet or savoury. It's really nice made with Nutella or mincemeat. Using a sharp knife, mark out the shape of the Christmas tree, starting from the centre top, moving down to the sides. If you're not confident doing this straight away, you can just cut out a template using some parchment paper and lay it over the top of your pastry. Remove the 2 triangles from the sides, and these will make a second smaller tree. Cut in from the sides to make the bottom of the tree, and down where the trunk will be. Again, move the squares carefully because we'll be using these later. Using a sharp knife or a pizza cutter, cut through the 2 layers of pastry to about 1 inch from the centre. Try and keep the line as straight as you can. On the other side, make matching cuts, again not all the way to the centre, just about 1 inch apart. Now simply twist the branches, turning the pastry towards you and pressing down slightly at the ends to seal. Work your way up from the bottom to the top. Using a knife or a star cutter, cut out 2 stars from the squares that we saved from earlier. Glaze the tree with beaten egg and then add the star at the top, and again pop on some glaze to make it nice and shiny when it cooks. The 2 smaller triangles that we saved from earlier can be joined together to make a smaller second tree. In exactly the same way, cut the sides, twist the branches, glaze, and then add the star to the top. Place in a preheated oven 180 degrees for about 15 minutes, but do keep your eye on it, and once it's golden it's ready to take out. This creates a really lovely centrepiece which is much easier to make than it looks, and all your friends and family will be really impressed. Our second recipe for today is for pepperoni pizza bites, but if you don't eat meat you could just add any of your other favourite pizza toppings to this recipe. Here's the ingredients. 350 grams of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of Italian herbs, 50 grams of parmesan, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 370 ml of milk, 2 eggs, 125 grams of grated cheese and 125 grams of pepperoni. Chop the pepperoni if you haven't already bought it pre-sliced. Add all the dry ingredients to a bowl, starting with the flour, then add the baking powder, the mixed herbs, the parmesan, olive oil and the cheddar. Finally add 2/3 of the pepperoni, keeping some back for later. Give it all a good stir to make sure it's mixed well. And then add the milk and the eggs. Finally, give it one good last stir. Place a spoonful of the batter into the holes of a cupcake tin. I've got quite a small tin here, but you can use whatever size you have. Top it with the rest of the pepperoni that you had left from earlier. These can be prepped ahead of time and popped into the fridge and then just put into the oven whenever you're ready to cook them. Cook in a preheated oven 180 degrees for about 20 minutes, but again keep your eye on them. When they're done, you can dip them in spaghetti sauce, cheese sauce, or even a salad dressing. Hope you'll enjoy giving these a try, and I'll see you next week for some more festive recipes. Bye!